All right, so when I said I wanted to try something new, it was in the context of the books that I threw into the garbage in Clear Lake at the dump site. And it wasn't Quackenbush, it was actually the recycling part of it, and it was also the garbage, the dump. So I drove it all the way up to the top of the mountain of dump and put stuff there, and then I put other stuff into the recycling. And yes, they were notebooks and they were like journals, but they also contained the notes that I had prepared for what I was what my intentions were. And it also had the drawings of like the blueprints pretty much, but it was like my version of blueprints. It wasn't professionally done. Yeah, so I mean, I'm assuming that whoever has access to the dump site in Clear Lake would know. All I know is that when I returned after I put all that stuff in there, there was someone that looked like she was native, and she was covered in tattoos, and they were all geometric tattoos, and like formulas and stuff like that. And so obviously there was an impact on it that I noticed. And when she showed up, or rather when I showed up and saw her there, she was sitting down in the very front of the dump or the recycling center working on homework, and also, containing all this stuff on her and tattoos and geometric stuff. So it was kind of impressive, but the formulas weren't like formulas for her test. Okay, they weren't like that. They were like just mostly like geometric, like for geometry class, those kinds of formulas. Those are the ones that I would like to say are open book formulas, because an open book means that the formulas that you use for those particular tests are like so elongated. And by elongated, it's like a squared plus b squared, you know, a squared plus b squared plus y over n to the 30th power to the, in parentheses, and then times t or something, and it's like they're so extravagantly long that like they were impossible to memorize. And there were so many of them. So that's what I mean by that. I suppose that there's, still the assumption that there would be an open face sandwich or something like that one girl, when she got into a fight, she fought with tweezers. Had I known that people fought with tweezers so that they could access people's heads, I would have probably done something to that girl immediately after that. I would have like literally like ended that whole pursuit in one move. But at the time, I didn't know. It's like that same battle that we've been having for the no more and the no less situations. So what I know is from what I had to do walking my walk, basically like I had to actually do the work to learn it. Okay. So people that do stuff like that, where they are not, like on a mission to acquire information, like they're not trying to, and they're just, kind of just minding their own business, are going to be the type of people that access, that kind of opportunity, right? The ones that are trying to like gain off of others, and they're just trying to like, you know, even sometimes just trying to get out of a trap is not worthy enough of an excuse to get out of that trap. In fact, it's how you get out of that trap, really, that determines whether or not you can. And it's important to know what that means.